Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is an extra special video. I'm gonna play you a little song on a very special instrument, and then I'll cut back to me talking and share a little bit about it. This is a really special instrument to me, and I wish I could think of another word to describe it other than special. Very priceless. My most prized possession. Maybe that would come close to how I really feel about this instrument. This was the instrument of my late great friend David Kaynor. He spent the better part of 40 years, probably over 40 years, traveling, playing music, spreading his love and talent and all the knowledge he has about fiddling and all the fun stuff that comes with it, like fellowship and jokes and contra dancing and just all the fun things that he knew to do and enjoyed doing. And so this was his fiddle. This wasn't the only fiddle he had, but it was the fiddle that he played in the last 20 years and the time that I have known him. And it's actually called a Heberlein, Henrik T. Heberlein. Heberlein is probably how you pronounce it, but I've always said Heberlein, but I really think it's Heberlein. And that is German. And let me make sure I've got the date right here. It's kind of hard to see in there, but that says 1924. So this was made in Germany and imported to America. This somehow made it from Germany to here, to America. And David bought this probably before I was born, some 25 so odd years ago. And he said he paid $200 for it because it had a crack in the top and it needed to be repaired, and so that crack made it worthless. And anybody that knows anything about fiddles knows that if there's a crack in the top here, you're in bad shape. You're in a lot of hot water. You may be able to fix that. You may have to replace the whole top, and that's fine, but replacing the whole top would change the instrument and change the way it sounded. So David was able to repair this crack. He did not have to replace the top. And he told me one time, he said, honestly, Katie, I was worried that the crack would open back up, but I've been playing it for 20 years and nothing's changed, so whatever I did worked. Then he kind of tilted his head back and laughed. It's a very, very beautiful instrument. It's got a two-piece back here. This back is so beautiful. And it's just really sweet. There's just a magic in it. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. The magic is there because it was David's. But even before David, when he picked it up, he felt something there. He knew there was a magic in it too, and that's why even with the crack, he wanted it. And he bought it wondering if he could fix it. It was just, there's just kind of whatever that it is here. And I knew it the first time I played it, and that was ages ago. When David would come to visit down to North Carolina here, he would let me play his fiddle, and he would play mine and I would play his. When I went north to visit him, there's some pictures, and he's holding mine and I'm holding his, and it was so sweet that he knew how much I loved his fiddle and he knew how much I enjoyed playing it. And at that time, the fiddle I had, and I still have, is actually a really nice fiddle, but it was kind of like, I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to get another instrument. I'm ready to go to that next level of quality. The sound that I can pull out of this fiddle, I've maxed out. I'm looking for another sound that I can't pull out of this fiddle that I currently own. So, and he knew that, and he knew that one day I would be ready to get another one, so he was gracious enough to let me play his because I enjoyed it so much. And any sound I so desire lives in here, and I can pull it out. So he played with this for, like I said, 20, 25 years. And he did something very interesting with the help of his friend George Wilson here to this tailpiece. You might say, oh, is it broke, But he decided to change this part of the tailpiece, should come up to here, and it should be a straight across. But him and George had this theory that if you were to take away some of this tailpiece and change the length of these two upper strings, the lower strings, your G and your D string, that it would make them sound better, that it would make them sound richer. And I'd have to say that he was right. Those lower strings there really do sound richer, and I do think it's because of the work that he did with the tailpiece there. But this is exactly how it was sent to me. It was shipped, and I was just terrified. I was biting my nails wanting it to get here. And the woman who sent it to me did a wonderful job packaging it. It's just the people in the mail, it's just up to the mail carriers if they're busy and they're tired and they don't have time to handle every package with care. I was worried it would get slung around, and something bad would happen. But it was packaged very well, and this is exactly how it looked when I opened it, and this is exactly how it looked the last time he played it. Not gonna cry, I'm gonna be good. And these are even the same strings that were on it, and I'm hesitant to change the strings because it's sweet to think that he played these strings last, and I think it's sweet that I'm playing them too. And another really interesting thing that I noticed when I got it, if I can show it up close here, there's glue. That's glue, and there's glue on the fingerboard, and I thought, I wonder what that's about. And so these style of strings here are wound strings. They're wrapped, so they have a synthetic core, and then they're wound very tightly on the outside with probably aluminum or something like that. And my sneaky suspicion is that one of those strings was unwrapping on him. You can only play so long, and that coiling will break, and then your string is busted because it will literally unwind itself, and then it becomes painful to play with that metal poking you. My suspicion is that it started to unwind, so he probably glued it. I could be wrong, but this is what I think. And he probably glued it because he knew he didn't have a lot of time left. He knew he didn't have a lot of time left playing it, and he just wanted to play and not worry about buying more strings and changing more strings. It could be that he just wanted to save the money and not buy more strings and make it last a little longer like that. You can do that too. But just all those weird little quirks and things about it, I just want to keep it like this and play on this set of strings forever, knowing that he touched these strings and he played on them too, and that really means a lot to me. And it means more than I could possibly ever express, that out of all the people he knew, and he knew for an incredible amount longer than he knew me, that he chose me for this to go home with. So the song that I played you, I named it Flying Home, because that's essentially kind of what this is for me. This instrument has flown home. It is with me now, and I'm its home. And I'm its home for however long I'm blessed and graced to be able to play it in good health and live here on planet Earth. And then it will have another home, and it'll stay with somebody else after it's done living with me. But I actually wrote the song on this fiddle, and that was just kind of what I thought of. I thought of this is home. This instrument has made its way home, and David chose for it to be with me, and for me to be home. And I really don't take that lightly. It really means something to me, and I want to do my part to spread awareness and to spread the good news about this kind of music, because not that many people play it anymore. So Flying Home is the best way that I could describe it, the best way that I could think of that tune. So kind of an up close shot here. You can see it's got some wear. It's definitely got some wear. Some wear and some tear, some rough spots, but she sure is beautiful. Fun fact, this cork that we put in here, I was actually there. This was my cork board. I had some cork board at my house for craft projects, and one time when David came in, he said that his chin rest was kind of getting a little bit lower than what was comfortable to play. And so there was some cork that was already under there, but it had worn out and thinned out and kind of chipped away. So we put this under there, I remember, and we did it to mine too. So that's another sweet memory that we did that together. See that little piece up top? That was the tiny thin piece that was wearing out. So it's just another piece of history with this instrument. We did this together at my kitchen table, and that's a really sweet thought. It's just a beautiful instrument. I don't know if you can see that. It's just so hard to get the light in here. But it says copy of Antonio Stradivarius. Then it says where it was made. And then right in there you can kind of see it says Henrik T. Heberlein. There you go. So stay tuned. In a little while, maybe next week or so, we're going to post part 2 where Corey talks about her guitar. And as usual, thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for allowing us to live our dream. So hang in there. We'll catch you at the next one.